This is part 2 to Vivaciousness, Twin Flame career reading. And we about to pull the ices. Oh, let's see. 2 popped out for you. 2 popped out for you. Wow. Divine sisterhood, community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of light. Ooh, that's hot. All right, I'm gonna read this one. And then this popped out. Power over 7 scorpions. Power to conjure lower vibrational forces. And now remember, the Isis card is a. I might read both of them. Because it's an amalgamation of energy between you and your beloved. But for some reason, I feel like this is your card and this is his card. Remember, he's the high priest. Okay? You're the high priestess. Like I said, you're not afraid of there's dark and light energy. Dark and light magic. Okay? Frequencies. And you have to know how to deal with both. You can't just... oh, I'm just of light and, totally disregard dark energy. That would be unrealistic. That's not being spiritual, honestly and truly. You have to have both aspects of yourself in balance. Let me read the first one, Divine Sisterhood. Like I said, I feel like for some reason that's your energy, right? Hold on. Community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of life. In community that is based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries. Okay, what did it say about boundaries? Something said about boundaries, right? And personal freedom with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring of innate wisdom, great miracles occur. You are part of this community of life. Like at one time it existed only in the spiritual world, yet now it is being born on earth. It is part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members and is based in truth. Okay? Honesty. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you and whom you can help too as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. Your light has value on its own, of course, but it's also a deep service when it's valuable to others, lighting the way. Okay? A community. Right? Leading a community. You are guided to allow the beloved are set to help you now through community. There can be strength in numbers. Community can help you gain the added power of group effort to rise above the old patterns and lift each other into the new patterns that are so much more real and beautiful. In unity with the divine and each other, we grow and we become capable of such wonders. Mother Alset says that there is so much light awakening within our planet and so much spiritual light gifted to earth from celestial beings at this time that it makes sense to build a large enough container to receive it. Groups that are willing to learn to connect at heart level, honoring each other as divine beings and become capable of calling in and receiving tremendous forces of light in service to humanity and the earth. If you had enough electricity to power a city, you wouldn't try to fit it in one house. Likewise, with all this spiritual electricity becoming available on earth, groups are needed to help it to circulate and flow. You are wise and grounded enough within yourself not to lose yourself in a group and instead to help a group become a community of honoring individuals. Your leadership, by example, is important as groups can sometimes descend to the lowest energetic vibration. If the members fall into their egos rather than staying in their hearts, yet if the members can stay in their hearts, the group can lift each other's up rather than pull each other down. The oracle of divine sisterhood is based on the love between the goddesses of ancient Egypt. Hathor, which is Het Heru, Aset, Basset, Sekhmet, and more. They are often pictured with similar symbols and headdresses and share some oh God, I hate when I get tongue tied. Iconography that helps us realize that although they are divine individual beings, they connected as unique expressions of something greater, which I have come to find that Het Heru and Sekhmet are one and the same. They're just two different energy. You know, Het Heru is the nurturing energy, you know, and Sekhmet is more of the dark goddess energy. You know, when she's enraged, it's hard for her to get calmed down, right? Two energies of the same, you know, they're even celebrated together as well. Okay. If you accept all of this but still cannot find your spiritual home here and have been wondering where your community is, you are not alone. They are looking for you too. Say yes to opportunities to meet like-minded people and let Isis also guide you through circumstances, opportunities, and spontaneous moments as you and your beloved sisters and brothers find each other together for group benefit. This is also guidance that you are moving into empowerment of your own divine feminine and are capable of helping others, okay, enter into theirs. The role of the divine sisterhood is about empowering all, not one above the other, and growing in wisdom through listening and sharing, through allowing for the uniqueness of all beings and encouraging all to grow from a win-win perspective. If you're in a community but are finding that the group ego is becoming more powerful than the group soul and the energy of the community is pulling you down rather than lifting you up, then this oracle says to trust in the divine feminine to lead you onwards. Give your best and most truthful expression of and effort, but if this community is not of a vibration that can work for you, then move on without judgment or fear. Just move on and trust that with the law of magnetism, you attract yourself into a community that has the best vibration for you. You have found that you have guidance to build community yourself and are feeling a little overwhelmed at the thought. Stay calm, stay in your heart. Allow yourself to collaborate with others and work in smaller groups in connection with each other as a way to build community together. It will happen naturally. The divine sisterhood will guide you if you ask for their assistance with unconditional love. Beloved Offset, please help me find my beloved brothers and sisters of unconditional love on the inner planes and in this world of forms. Guide me to healthy community that helps me grow with unconditional love, where I can find my rightful place and be my true inner self. Thank you. May I have the courage, wisdom, and openness of heart to trust your guidance and act on it of my own free will, so be it. High Priestess. Okay? Now, let's read. Power over the 7 serpents. This is like your beloved's energy. Okay. Power to conjure lower vibrational forces. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring. To have power. Okay. To have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effort. The Lady Offset teaches the art of conjuring, of being able to use will and word to gain dominion over lower vibrational energies. We must be careful to use this gift with compassion, respect, and love. Girl, compassion, right? Using words with care and firmness will bring great healing into your life. You are guided to become aware of the power of your words and to realize that they are becoming very effective as a healing instrument. The lady was able to cause the poison of 7 scorpions to yield to her healing intent by naming them and dominating their poison. She did so out of compassion to save the life of a young boy. In this story lies the mystery of her conjuring art that is awakening in you. To name the poison requires careful and clear assessment. If you judge or resist really knowing it, you are unlikely to be able to accurately name and therefore gain power over the poison. If you stay curious, detached, and compassionate, your perception and ability to wield the power that comes with the ability to accurately name something will increase. The poison may be jealousy, resentment, fear, or guilt. Right? It may be shame, anger, or possessiveness born of abandonment or rejection in the past. It may be a poison that is sourced from within your own self or injected into your system from another. It could be an actual phrase or insult, a cruel childhood nickname or taunt, even said in humor, but that wounded the old body soul at the time. It might be a cultural poison, such as the sickness evidence in our cultural images of the feminine body that leads to distorted perceptions of ideal body image, hatred for our bodies, and disordered eating. But poison might be your own fear of success or failure. It might quite simply be the ego in a dramatic, endless spiral of suffering for which there appears to be no respite. Our set can help you heal and grow more powerful than any poison in your system or relationship or any toxic environment by helping you name it. Take ownership of the situation and make any inner change necessary so that you can either effect transformation of the situation, or transported from it by your changing vibration, which then draws a different circumstance more aligned with your frequency. Conjuring and dominating in this art do not occur by force. For in forcing against something, we are giving it power through our resistance. The power to conjure in the healing mysteries of Lady Arset comes in compassion, realization of the truth. This oracle comes as bearer of promising tidings. If you have been trying to heal an issue, you will become whole. You will gain wisdom and successfully integrate the spiritual lesson of your experience. Do not give up if you are trying to understand a situation or even your life itself and what it means or why it happened. That's the whole twin flame. He's like, what is this situation? Why did it happen? Why is this happening to me? This oracle guides you to ask for assistance from those beings that love you unconditionally and to trust that the insight and peace of mind and freedom from the past that you seek is coming to you, and you will feel empowered and capable of bringing about your own healing through clearly understanding the issue for you and speaking your truth about it. Your truth will be whatever is in your heart. It might be any number of simple expressions such as the love in me is greater than this pain, or the love of the Lady Arset heals and absorbs this poison now, returning it to me as unconditional love. Incantation. Over any poison, big or small, I can heal and repair. My words have power over all. I do not entertain despair. I name the truth within and around me with deep compassion and clarity. The pain of life bothers me no more. I exercise with love my power to conjure. Okay? Exorcisms. Because we know there, and yes, lower vibrational forces, can take over at times. Oh yeah. Yep. That's why that came out like that. High priest, and you're the high priestess and he's the high priest. Okay? Let me just pull. Oh, I think I have everything already. Let me just pull quick. I'm trying to get in tune with this Lenormand deck. Let me sum it up. And he has to do it with compassion, with love. That's what this King of Cups is all about. You know, using the passion, speaking his truth, realizing his truth, and knowing that, you know, what he speaks comes into being. So if he has a negative mindset, that's what will be manifested. But you, both of you guys are coming out of a dark period in your life, okay? And, you know, you're trusting in it. Look at that dynamic. Look at that dynamic right there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, you know, trusting in the divine, trusting in your in your own thoughts. No, not thoughts. It's a combination of a feeling, a sensing, an inner knowing that will come up to the surface that will prompt you to start looking at your environment in a different way, because it's coming from you. It's not advice, or it's not you seeking advice, you know, which is nothing wrong with that. But these are the times where you have to lean on, you know, your own inner GPS, if you will, at this time. Right. Your own inner GPS. Being at one with nature, sitting still by yourself, you know, these epiphanies will come to you on what to do. Like, okay, now I know, put a little bit of this in here, use a little bit of that, you know, cut this out, cut this down, you know, put this in the back of the structure to hold it up. You know, you'll figure it out. But you have to be still within yourself. You have to take that time out to be still within yourself. To go out in nature. Right? To be able to come in. An opportunity is being presented to you. You know, something to invest in. And you have to trust. Trust in this union. Trust in your own. You are the leader. The divine feminine is the leader of this union. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, divine masculines, but we are. But that's why it's the I and I. Okay, it's the 11-11. Because we both are leaders. That's why I said building a community with strong, whole individuals. You know, this is two whole people coming together. And sometimes I say to spirit, like, I'm like, why couldn't I just be introduced to this when I'm so-called, you know, healed or whole? You know, why was I introduced to this now at this point in time? And now I gotta wait, I gotta question, I gotta go through all of these stages. But that's what it is. It's a process. It's a journey. You know, being divinely connected. It's a process. This is not an overnight thing. This is not something that, that you could just jump from A to D. You can't skip a process. You can't. And for some, it may be B, A, C, D. You know, the process is not the same. The journey, the stops on the journey will not be the same. It's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And okay, so first you got to go through this. And no, some people learn about them being a twin flame without even physically meeting their beloved. Okay? So, again, compassion. Sensual, give and take. Okay? I hope that this was able to give you a guidance, vivaciousness. You know, I hope that you enjoyed this. Please email me. Let me know your response. You know, give me your feedback once you get this. All right? Peace and love.